What's good? What's good? What's good, people? You know what? Let me close the door. Hurry. Just hold the door there.
Hello.
What is going on, ladies?
Things are good. Technology tried to keep us down, but not today, Satan.
What a day it has been already.
It's not even right. Honestly, technology's really trying with me today, and it's playing on my nerves.
It's trying, but you know what? We did it. We're here.
We're here, and it's Saturday, and of course, for those of you who are going to be watching us live, thank you. This is one of our favorite episodes we do, which is Sista Talk.
Yeah.
Girlfriend talk, or chat both, whatever you want to say.
We just chat. You know, I know for me, there's always something that is on the mind where it's like, you know what? This is something that needs to be said, something that needs to be heard by the people. And, you know, that's definitely what I enjoy about these conversations when we have them.
Awesome. And for those of you on the radio who may not know who we are, we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves in alphabetical order so you get to know who we are.
Yes.
Starting with my girl here.
Yes. So welcome to Not Your Typical Girl Talk. My name is Garcia, and I am so happy to be here with you all today, chatting with my sisters, Miss Telly and Miss Toshiba, the Sista T's, I guess I'll call them.
I take that
for today.
Sista T's, and why the heck not? Listen, you already know what time it is. I don't have to remind any of you what time it is. It is. First of all, I am Telly. I should tell you that I am Telly, and I am a part of a very big crew. All right. There's the Supremes. There's Destiny's Child, and then there's the Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew. Yeah. You can tell the Spice Girls, you can tell Escape, you can tell SWV that I said they're beneath and we're above. Period.
That part. I am the final member of Not Your Typical Girl Talk. If you're joining us live, thank you and hello. And for those of you joining us on the radio, please make sure you follow all our social media, Not Your Typical Girl Talk on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So ladies, I'm gonna dive right in because I have a topic that I know you guys have heard about. Have y'all heard about the beef between Cardi and Candace Owens?
Yes, Candy. Yes. Cardi B and Candy.
Double C. the two C's.
Yes.
What are your thoughts about this? Actually, you know what? Let me give you my thoughts first. Because of the three of us, I am the mother, and she was specifically referencing parents and so forth. Now, granted, I will say I did not see the WAP performance on the Grammys, but we had a whole show about WAP, and therefore I know what the song is about, whatever. Here's the thing. TVs have this wonderful feature, and it's called turning it off. If you are a parent and you are watching something like the Grammys and something comes on that you think is inappropriate for your child, you have several options. One, ask that child to leave room. Number two, turn off the TV. Number three, continue to let them watch it and then criticize the Grammy and the performances. Or four, continue to let them watch it and just enjoy the damn performance and say nothing at all. So it is not the responsibility of athletes, celebrities, rappers, whomever, to raise my child. They're not in my home. Therefore, the only person responsible for raising my child and deciding what they should consume is me as a parent. So how this started was I saw some woman crying about, oh my God, the performance, the performance of Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. And I was like, what is this white woman crying about? Little did I know, I thought the world was ending, something wrong with our picnic. It was about the WAP performance because her child was watching what she thought was too sexy But apparently that's Meg, the Grammy, and Cardi's responsibility. Ladies.
Okay. So, first of all, amen on controlling your child. Okay, so this is coming from one of the two single girls, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it like this. It's your kid. Control it. Guess what? It's your kid. You can tell them to leave the living room. Also, from what I understand, this performance was later in the show. Maybe your child should be in bed by the time Cardi and Megan got on stage. Second of all, you know who Cardi B is. You know what her #1 song last year was. Based upon the name of the song, why would you allow your child who is under 16 years old to sit there and watch it with you in the room? That's the second thing. Third thing, there's so many things. Why are you blaming the Grammys for your problems? Now, when we were growing up, when we were little babies, Prince and Madonna, Madonna and Prince were doing the same stuff. They were jumping on beds, simulating, sexual things. Like, they were doing the same thing. So this is not new. Cardi didn't go out and do something that is off the, like, oh my goodness, what is that? It is not shocking. This has been done before. Like 40 plus years ago, it's been done. And when that stuff would come on, my parents, they would allow us to watch the Grammys because we love music, and so did they. But they would be like, oh, Prince, Madonna, you need to leave the room. I remember distinctly them ushering us out of the room saying we could not watch it because it was not for kids. It was not for kids. They would say that. They're like, this is not for you. You are not old enough. Fourth thing, we have something called YouTube. The next morning, when I heard about this, Telly and Toshiba, I went on YouTube and easily found the performance and watched it myself so I could judge. And I was like, this ain't nothing different from what Madonna was doing. I'm like, Madonna did the same thing. If not, like,
Exactly.
So there. That's my take.
You know what's funny too, and quite sad, that big grown parents are putting the blame on an artist who's expressing their art. Right. They're expressing themselves.
The name of the song
and
is
Candace, or Candy, whatever the hell her name is, she went really low by saying to Cardi B that, oh, you as a mother, you should know better. Now, it's like, hold up, wait, let's just rewind. Why are you bringing in little culture into this now? And how dare you, tell Cardi B that, she's a bad mother for her own personal art? She throws that in there. And then when Cardi B says to her, listen, we all know your husband's cheating on you, she then claims that she wants to press charges now on Cardi B for basically telling the truth. But anywho, it's very sad that it's...
You need a moment. You need a moment. You need a moment, because I think it's got to the point where you can't do anything without someone trying to say, well, you are the reason for society being what it is.
Yeah.
Huh?
That is basically what she's saying.
That's what she said.
And it's disgusting and degrading and hella rude. She's basically saying, you're a woman. You should be, and like our show we talked about last week, about the cost of Black women. If you're making your money and doing things on your terms, there's no wrong. Cardi B is living fine.
Yeah, she's not doing anything illegal.
She's not doing anything illegal. Her child is doing all right. She lives in a beautiful house between New York and Atlanta. Cardi's doing great.
Her child is getting educated.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. Candace Owens, sellout Candace, whatever you want to call her, she has no right to be telling nobody nothing about nothing, because as a Black woman, all she's done is criticize other Black women and stick her nose right up the white man's woo-woo. So you don't tell nobody, okay, what they should be doing because you chose your side.
Yep.
And your side did not include us. And therefore, for you to come at a woman talking about you should do better, as a Black person, we want you to do better. How about that?
All of that.
All of that.
All of that.
Candace Owens,
Wow.
Candy, she is one of these people where she has become, you know, the poster child for what she thinks is Black conservative lifestyle.
Oh,
I think that's what she thinks. And the truth of the matter is that she always has something to say. You know, like, she spends a lot of time on social media talking about people's business.
Okay.
I remember once reading an entire thread of her saying that, you know, Harry Styles is this and that because he chooses to wear feminine looking clothes. And she went on this whole, like, she spent a lot of time talking about this young British guy and his choice in fashion. And I was sitting there and I was like, girl, like, this is what, I mean, if you want to make a stance on something and you really want to be the one for our culture, what are you doing? Like, she looks for attention, and I feel that you know,
that right there.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing.
She knows Cardi B is going to respond to numerous tweets and numerous Instagram shout outs. She knows she'll respond because Cardi B is one of these people. You know, her, Nicki Minaj, other MCs.
Yeah, if you throw something at them,
they'll
talk back.
If you throw it,
they're going to defend themselves.
Receive it, and they're going to respond.
They will defend themselves.
She's looking to be famous, and she's using the very formula that her grandfather, Donald Trump, uses. Her granddad, Donald.
Or her baby daddy, or
whatever he is to her.
But what you're saying is true. She, of all the performances that happened last night, or that night, why did she decide to pick on Cardi? Why? The Black woman.
Because apparently her and Meg Thee Stallion are the reason for the breakdown of the family and values and XYZ. Here's the thing. There is a song, and Candace maybe needs to listen to some reggae. Le people business, Allah, le people business, and mind ya, seriously. Not your business.
In the bag of chips.
All of that.
All of that.
Sometimes things are just not. Worry about what's going on in your own home and have Cardi worry about what's going on in there. And honestly, I can't with no more tears about things like this woman really was crying about what she saw on TV, saying it's a destruction of the family because she allowed her child to watch a performance that she thought was degrading to women. Turn off the TV. Like, I'm done.
Was she shedding a tear when a man who decided that he had a sex addict problem decided to go shoot up a bunch of Asian ladies because it was their fault that he had a sex problem?
And he had a bad day.
Did she shed tears for them?
And he was having a bad day. Let's not forget.
So
he was having a really bad day.
You know, I think about when I have a bad day, and the last thing that I ever think about is going and committing a crime. Usually when I have a bad day, I take a nap.
Okay.
I'll eat something.
Okay.
I'll drink some tea.
Right.
I'll vent to one of you guys. Like,
go watch
normal people who have a bad day don't walk around with a semi or with a rifle, whatever he was walking around with, to go to 3 different spots.
Drive around and shoot.
And just shoot women who had nothing to do with your dirty ass addiction. And then you want to come and say it's not racist?
It's not, apparently it's not a hate crime. It's not a hate crime to target primarily Asian women when you kill them. So, you know, 75% of its victims were Asian. Asian women do not make 75% of the population of that part of Georgia. So it was not a random act. It wasn't random. You selected.
How is going on?
And it also shows us that there is a problem with now. See, and this goes deeper than, I know that Candace wants to blame, you know, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
She wants
but
to try it.
As we see with this example, this problem is far before Cardi was even thought of to be conceived. This is something that has been happening for years, where we see men, white men, walking around in their misogyny and their ego and picking on Asian women because they're seen as submissive and do whatever they want out beyond what they want. It's not about what they want, it's about what the man wants. And when they can't seem to get what they want, they take it out on women through violence.
It's just because they have what they do best. It's men doing what they do.
Now, where was Cardi B in that? Where did Cardi B fit in? Listen, the reason why society is broken is because people are broken and they're not choosing to work on their issues of hate, misogyny, bigotry, and other horrible things.
And jealousy. Candace is just mad because she don't look like Cardi B, okay? Everyone wants to look like Cardi B. Cardi B is fire, all right? And Candace is just mad because she looks basic and dry. Whatever, man. Candace is her backside down. Sit down, Candy or Candace or whatever your name is. Sit down.
It's so interesting. I haven't, because I don't follow her. I don't care for Candace Owens and her opinions. But I would be curious to know what her response was to the incident in Atlanta with respect to it being a hate crime. No matter, please look it up, Telly, because no matter how you spin it, they're trying to say, oh, we're not sure if it's a hate crime. Then what exactly is it?
What was it? He said that he was having a bad day and his addiction was such a burden. So what did he do? He went to the places where he would get his services and he took out his anger on the women that unfortunately happened to have to be, you know, basically a form of, you know, like of legit work.
Yeah.
But he saw it as, well, they don't matter. They're nothing. So I can just shoot them because what's a sex worker? Who cares? That's called hate.
And you also had a former president who called the Kung flu and the China virus and was spreading this hate among Asian Americans, those who had nothing to do with anything related to the virus. But again, these men who follow their leader, now it's about him having a bad day. No, it has nothing to do with sex addiction. You hate the Asian culture, you hate Asian women, and therefore you're using this as an excuse because, again, privilege.
Thank you.
Privilege.
Thank you.
And it's crazy to me. You know, I couldn't even watch the whole thing because when I saw that sheriff or deputy or whoever he was, who basically smiled and said, well, he had had a really bad day the day before, and, this is just, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute, I'm a 90s girl, say what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, and it's very triggering. I do want to come in as, as Black women, for us to sit there and watch that, it actually triggers us as well. Because it's like, okay, wow, okay. So remember last summer when we were all shouting, if Black lives don't matter, then whose life will?
Yeah, no life matters till Black lives matter.
And this is why this is happening.
Guys, we
need to start taking it seriously that hate is motivating people to commit murder.
Thank you.
Guys,
like cold-blooded murder. What did Candy say, girl? Come, give it to us.
You know what the sad part is? She's so obsessed with Cardi. There's nothing on here about what happened in Atlanta. Okay. I went to her Twitter. Okay. And all that's in here for the past 3 days, ever since that whole thing that happened, all she's been talking about is Cardi B. And saying how Kanye is her best friend. And she's so proud that he's now a billionaire. That's all that's in here. She mentions the Grammys, her husband. There's one here I saw, where is it? Millions of young, she was telling to Cardi B, she wrote, millions of young girls follow you. At your best, you are self-depreciating and humorous. At your worst, you are naked, shoving your vagina into another woman's vagina while thrusting atop her. You are at your worst on the Grammy stage. Do better, Cardi B. I am literally laughing out loud, Cardi, my dear. that is clearly a photoshopped tweet. Oh yeah, so this is a tweet that Cardi B put up.
Hold on. So hold on. Does she not pretend to be some political pundit of is this not a political issue, the fact that a white man decided to go and use his white privilege to go and shoot down Asian women in Atlanta and blame it on a sex addiction because he was having a bad day? That's a political issue, I would think.
I think that as a Black woman, she should definitely have some opinion towards that, considering that the violence was towards women and towards women of color. But of course, she has nothing to say about it because she's too concerned with Cardi B's privates to care about women that are suffering in Atlanta due to violence.
Guys,
because she doesn't care.
Not one mention of anything that happened. This is disgusting.
She doesn't care.
She doesn't care.
She doesn't care.
Wow. There's nothing.
And so when people decide that there's certain people they want to and choose to follow, saying those people know the way and are righteous and all of that, they are righteous for themselves. Let's be very clear. Anyone who would make such a big issue of a Grammy performance but choose not to deal with the fact that 8 people lost their life, 6 of whom were Asian women who were targeted by a white man who was fueled by hate, but claim to be for the people and want to keep up values, because values is the word she used. You're a liar, my dear. You want to get your Instagram and Twitter followers up from to be for Cardi B. Stop this.
Right. And what values? What values is she talking about? I don't know, because she doesn't even have values for herself because she doesn't value her own.
Yeah,
so where was she? If she doesn't value her own, where was she going to go valuing another group of people of color?
She had a lot of Cardi B tweets on her Twitter. This is all she tweets about.
Because she is obsessed with, she's obsessed with the attention that is giving her. Because clearly we're talking about it, right? People are talking about it. We're talking about it. Other people are talking about it. And that's what she wants. It's like homegirls, what we talked about last week, who decided to go rag on other women who were using their platform and trying to make that point. When you decide that you're going to focus so much attention on someone else, you have to question what's going on in your house, baby girl, because you're spending way too much time on Twitter. And did you just have a newborn?
And you are spreading all that negative, toxic energy upon your newborn baby.
And she has a new talk show that she's working on, so that's all that's on there. And she's praising Kanye West because I guess
maybe she'll marry him.
Maybe she's in line. Maybe she's in line. Maybe she's trying to throw her card.
We're done. We're done with Candy. I cannot. Again, this is we really put, but we done. Like we're putting that one to rest because we done with that girl. Like we done canceled her like months ago. But this is ridiculous. I'm not even I know what to expect. The song's called WAP. Hello, it's gonna be what it is. Done. Like. Who cares?
For her, she thought it meant worship and praise. Maybe when she heard the song WAP, maybe she got her. You know how they have the church hat and the tambourine. Let me do a tambourine.
No, we need to
start speaking in tongues. The hallelujah hands.
Yeah, hallelujah hands. Yay, Lord. Hallelujah.
And she was ready to say hallelujah Jesus, and then she heard the opening to what WAP really means, and she was like, "Wait, this isn't worship and praise. At least not in that way."
That part.
You know what? I do believe that one day there will be a day where she wakes up. It will be too late. It will be too late. But one day, Candy will wake up and she'll be like, "Oh, look what happened."
She'll wake up.
Hey y'all! Hey y'all! I'm back. I'm back, and I'm happy to be black. And we're all gonna be like,
"Who are you?
Who are you?
Depart from us. We know you not."
What?
I'm happy to be black. Stacey Dash.
Yes,
Stacey Dash.
She woke up.
She can continue to be back in the shadows. We're good. No, stay where you are, sister friend. We're good. We're good. We don't need you here. The black community has moved on. You can continue with your masses. Go ahead, sis.
G-Eazy might get an invite to the cookout faster than you, sis.
Yes, yeah. G-Eazy. The skinny little white boy will get a quicker invite to the cookout than Stacey Dash.
Yeah.
Which is, wow. Stacey Dash just realized now that her Lord and Savior, Donald Trump, is no longer in office. And her, like the rest of the idiots that stormed the Capitol, are now like, well, you know, we just got to come together as a union, you know, as a country, as one. And, you know, just like forget everything, forget the entire 4 or 5 years. Just forget it. I'm here now, guys. I'm Black. Remember, it's me, Stacey Dion from Clueless. It's me, as if. Yeah, it's an as if, ho. Move along. Bye. Bye, Stacey Dash.
Listen, like,
girl, move along. No one wants you here.
I'm very disappointed with Stacey
No one
Dash.
wants your backside here.
I'm very disappointed with Stacey Dash because
No one wants you here.
And
girl,
the reason why I'm disappointed with her is because
she can move
you
along.
know, first of all, you were in one of the most iconic teen movies in history, and you were there to represent
the
luxury, bougie, loving Black woman. That was her role, and it was a very important role in that film. She's one of the iconic characters.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of Black girls for Halloween were like,
we did it.
Character that's in a major movie because and this girl went ahead and broke all our hearts. She broke all our hearts with her foolishness.
Here's the thing though, my concern has always been when they decide to go on the other side and all of a sudden the other side rejects them, they come back to us saying, and like you said, here everybody, I'm back now. After you, listen, imagine being in a relationship, okay? You're in a relationship and you are loving this person in a relationship, but then you hear them bad talking the hell out of you. Bad talking you from your head to your toe and everything in between. Do you stay in that relationship? And then if you leave, when they come back because they've been rejected by whoever they're cussing you for, say, oh no, come on. That's what Stacey Dash is expecting the Black women, especially women, to do. You basically told us about all kinds of our parts and we didn't know what X, Y, and Z and went on Fox News and and now you're like, but I'm back now. No, clink over here, girl. No, we didn't call you. We didn't call you.
Go back to wherever you were.
Go back.
We don't know where you were.
Go back there. Wherever you were, go back to the Proud Boys. Go back to the white supremacists. Go back to your leaders. Go back to your masses. Go back. Move along. It's okay. Don't trip on your way out. It's okay. Bye.
I get it. And that's the part I don't actually understand what the expectation is of people who reject the community. And then when they have been rejected by the community they left us for, they come back and say, well, come on, Black people, I'm back now.
And that's the sad part too. I think because Black people that go against Black people, and when they want to come back to the fold, they know that we're so forgiving. And they just figure, oh, okay, we know Black people are always forgiving. So I'll abuse them and I'll go away for a while, I'll come back as if nothing happened. But I'm like, no, not this time. Not this time. Oh, thank you. Sorry, guys, I'm here reading the. Yes, they're expecting Black forgiveness.
They want
because
that.
They know that we're very forgiving, and we are. We are the first ones to say, you know what?
It's okay.
Don't worry about it. And it all goes back to slavery. But once again, that's our North Star, just like what Kenya Bear said in Black AF.
That's the genesis of everything.
It's the genesis of everything.
Because of slavery.
Because of slavery. And because of this, Stacey and one day Candace just figures, okay, I'm just going to come back because they're not going to reject me. I'm one of them. I am their mouthpiece. They'll put me as their leader. But there comes a point in time when it's like, no, I'm sorry.
You've gone too far.
You've gone too far.
The point where you go, you've gone too far. I am all about a difference of opinion. I have very differing views to other people. But when my views are a rejection of who I am as a person, as a Black woman, these women rejected the space they take up as Black women. Yeah. I think a women, we are so amazingly powerful. And any room we're in, we take up space. And they rejected that space they took up as Black women, again, to put their noses right up the masses, you know what? And now, NAFTA has said, I'm good with you. I'm done with you now, okay? So I'm gonna move along, and now all of a sudden, we're supposed to take you back. Come on back now, sister. Come on back. No, girl, we good.
Exactly.
And that's
we're good.
I think that the reason why people that do this, why they feel that, oh, they're gonna take me back, is because they feel like, oh, who could replace me? I am me. But guess what? We have a lot of amazing Black people who are very proud to represent their community. And therefore, we do not need people that are just going to be here because they're looking for popularity.
Exactly.
So we don't need it. It's not 1940, you know, where we only had maybe a few business people that were Black. Now we got millions, and we've got them in the 1% of the financial, you know, the financial institutions. We don't need Stacey Dash. We don't need Candace Owens. We have people that are ready and able to stand up and do something.
And they're proud. They're proud to be a part of this culture. They're proud to be Black. So they're not running to the first person.
No, Ryan, we're not taking her back. She didn't see no light. Ryan said if she saw the light and is remorseful, then take her back. No, we don't want her. We're to our way.
She's good where she is.
You know what? And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can lose trust in people. And I think that after maybe 5 years of foolishness from Stacey, it's hard to trust her. Because what is she going to do 4 years from now when Biden is up for re-election? You know, where is she going to go? What is she going to do? We can't trust her. She cannot be trusted. At least when you're consistent, you know, I'm like, okay, well, at least you're consistent. I know exactly what you're going to do. But this foolishness, okay, now we all need to kumbaya and be friends together again because
she's a yo-yo.
No, girl. Listen, 4 years from now, you're gonna come back and with some foolishness again.
She's a yo-yo. She's like Cynthia Bailey from the Housewives of Atlanta. They can be back and forth, flip flop. You can't make up your mind. Every minute you're like, yeah, I'm friends with you. Oh wait, no, I'm not. You know, flip flop, like a flip flop on your foot. And it's like, nah, yo, no, you have to. You're
just flip flop by your foot.
Yeah, that's what Stacey is. It's like, okay, chick. Like, what happens if Ivanka Trump decides to run? Is she just going to all of a sudden flip the switch and say, yeah, I'm back to being a Republican or supporting
whatever
she is?
To be honest,
I don't trust her. No.
To be honest, I feel, in a way, I feel like, you know, these people, it's hard for me to look at her and even say, oh, you know, Republican. Because the truth is that she makes Republicans look bad. I'm a person where, again, I believe everyone should have their belief. If you're a Republican, you're a Republican. If you're a Democrat, you're a Democrat. I am Canadian. I am naturally liberal, whatever. Due to where I grew up and how I've grown up, I'm very liberal. However, some people have made even the party itself look bad because they're so into a person rather than the party.
That part.
Right?
All of that.
The values that she decided to stick to are the values that belong to the former, you know, leader of the party.
That's right.
That's where she's coming from. This is why she is not actually, per se, a real Republican.
No, she's not.
She came out so we got a question here about the Kanye video. I haven't seen a recent Kanye video.
I wonder what Kanye's been up to.
You know what? Now,
but you know what?
Ryan, I'm gonna look it up.
Let's go into this.
I'm gonna look it up, Ryan. I'm gonna look it up.
So, you know, Kanye is a billionaire.
He's a billionaire now.
Congratulations, Kanye.
Congrats, Kanye.
That's right.
Looking it up, Ryan. I'm gonna look up this Kanye video.
I do find it interesting, you know, right now. As we know, he's going through a divorce with Kim Kardashian. I hope the best for their children. regardless of all of this
yeah.
other stuff. You know, kids having to go through divorce, that's tough. So I feel for their kids. And I hope that Kanye, I don't know when Kanye is going to have his revelation and sort of like, you know, wake up. Because he is a person that has shown us, you know, this is what Black creativity is. Songwriter, business owner, creator with fabrics and visuals.
Very creative, it's true.
He's, you know, take away all the stuff.
Right, all the drama. And
right,
all
he is brilliant.
He's brilliant. I agree.
Someone that I would love to say, yes, I'm so proud, you know, because he is showing the world what we are capable of as people. However, he rejects us, and therefore it's very...
Yeah, he's also kind of like a flip-flop, too. Like, one minute he's like, I'm here for the culture, and then the next minute he's like, okay, he's like, what culture? And it's kind of like...
But do we give Kanye a pass because he is bipolar? Like, Kanye is but again, it's like, how many passes do we give? Because we recognize that he's not well. We recognize that he isn't well. And therefore, when he's manic and when, you know, he's depressed, he's going to go back and forth. However, I am a big believer in people tell you the truth when they're in their worst state. It's like a drunken person. When a drunken person tells you something, I believe the drunken person, right? Yeah. Because your inhibitions are down and you're just speaking.
Yeah.
So reality is, as much as I empathize with what Kanye is going through, and after the death of his mother, we understand, you know, he kind of really had a decline. And I honestly think if his mom was alive, his life would be very different.
I agree. Yeah.
However, on the other hand, you can't reject your people, and then when again they reject you, you want your people back. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. You can't reject us to go live high life in wherever you're living in, but when the high life's done, you're like, okay, Black people, come, I'm back again. No.
Once again, they know that we as a people are always forgiving. We forgive everything. We fight everyone's battles. Yeah. We fight every life. We fight for every matter. We fight because that's what Black people do. God created us to be fighters, and because of that, nurturing and very forgiving. And because Black people know how Black people stay, they just figure, okay, I'm gonna like abuse the Black people and then come back as if nothing happened. And I know that what you guys are saying is true. He is unwell, and so you have to take it with a grain of salt for the actions that he does. Yeah. But it's like, man.
I mean,
Kanye.
Again, I'm hoping that he will do what it takes to be well. Yeah. Which means, you know, taking his medication, keeping up with the appointments that he's supposed to be keeping, and just be a good dad to his Black children.
That's all.
Because at the end of the day, that is what matters, you know. And yes, I do know that Forbes magazine, they have said people are billionaires, and then they turn out that they're not billionaires. Actually, it happened to a sister-in-law.
This is Kylie Jenner. They said she was a billionaire, and she wasn't.
Apparently she's not a billionaire.
That's a good point. And I'm going to ask the question to you ladies. Is Kanye being taken advantage of?
Oh, yeah.
Let me move to the side here.
I was like, Shima, you fall over?
I was like, wait,
what's going on?
Yes.
Absolutely.
He is being taken advantage of. And this is what happens to once people realize that you are not well.
Yeah.
I think, you know, someone that we could mention in the same sentence is someone like a Britney Spears. Yep. You know, if you saw the Britney Spears documentary.
Same thing.
You know, the same thing. I think even people like Michael Jackson were taken advantage of.
Same thing.
You know, they see that here's a way for me as a corporation, as a music label, as a whatever, to make loads of money. And they go and they push. They push until they get what they want. And Kanye not taking his medication, made it very easy for people to take advantage.
Yeah, they take advantage of him, manipulate him. You saw what they did with Amy Winehouse. I mean, the girl should have retired from music.
Yeah, probably.
Instead, they just pushed her on the stage, gave her more Hennessy, said, "Go ahead, girl, do your thing," and she did her thing right to the grave. And Kanye, that's the thing. Like, the industry is so cutthroat. As long as they know you have a talent, and now you have a disease, instead of them nurturing the man,
they don't want
and making sure that he gets his medications, making sure he gets his exercise, he eats the right things. He's a human being. He's not a racehorse. But no one cares, and they just thrust him into this spotlight that the man clearly can't handle by himself. He needs help. Kim, here's what I'm going to say. My husband needs help.
Here's the thing. A lot of people who go through what he's going through say that they are more creative without their medication. So think about it. If I am the master label who owns your you-know-what, and you're making me all this money, am I really going to tell you to go on medication when you're saying to me, well, I'm less creative? No, I'm going to let you go to Wisconsin and talk a bunch of nonsense and stick you up there, and don't worry about it, because you are creating art, and guess what? Now you're in the front of people's mind because you're doing whatever foolishness you're doing out there. Good for me, more publicity for me, free PR, and now Kanye's new album drops. Boom.
Yeah, like,
that's it.
The thing is too, and I think someone did mention here, better off dead to make more money.
Yep.
The artist, and this it could be, it's not only music, it could be a visual
could be
artist,
any industry, really.
A dancer, whoever.
Yep. As long as they're creative.
Your mind is a very unique thing, as we all know. And the three of us are creators. For those that don't know us, we're all creators in our own, our own ways to create. Yeah. And I know for me, so we're also people that have been through mental illness. So we all understand this sort of, world of, mental illness. And there was a time when I did say to, a psychiatrist, I was like, I do not want drugs because that will stunt me. It will stunt me. It will mess with my thoughts, and therefore I won't be able to think freely and think creatively, which was very important to me, which is still important. So totally get this idea of Kanye not wanting, especially.
I get it, yeah.
And the labels, especially when you're literally pulling in thousands of
millions
dollars a day just off a Spotify stream, right? Let's not even talk about the other stuff. We're just talking about one song, one, line of income, and the amount of money he pulls in. The thing is that as we did mention Michael Jackson. When this is so, I even hate saying it, but when artists are dead, there's so much money to be made and so much opportunity for other people because they are not here to spend the money.
Well, yeah, I mean, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. They think that Whitney Houston went diamond a couple of weeks ago. Yes. Prince, his music, he never wanted played anywhere. Now everyone's pumping out Prince music left, right, and center. Michael is more rich now than he was when he was alive because he would spend $25,000 a day. Right. So unfortunately, when the artist is dead or they're taken out of the picture,
there's a benefit to dead artists.
There's a huge benefit. And if it even means for the label to kind of cut them out, the label will do it. Because they've done it already, as we already know.
They're smart.
They have a license to kill.
It's sad.
They have a license to kill.
But
it shouldn't be.
And maybe we're delving into conspiracy theories. I don't know. But what I do know is that there are so many artists that were doing really well, and then all of a sudden they died of a drug overdose.
All of a sudden. It doesn't make sense. They were fine all their life.
Kanye,
they were fine all their life.
I don't know what Kanye needs to do to protect himself, but
Kanye needs to do what the movie's title says: Get Out. Get out.
Sorry, I just thought of the movie really quickly.
Oh, yeah. And it made me laugh. Get out, Kanye.
At this point, we're breaking the teacup. We need to. It's almost hot. Okay, it's a ceramic pot. you know, I think for Kanye, if you ever listen to this, we love you, we care about you, and we need you to get, whatever this is, we need you to get out and get better, because your life is not worth, you know, lining other people's pockets. Kanye has made more money than Kanye can spend. So go get better. Go do what you need to do for them. They got 4 kids, right? 4 babies. Yeah. Like it just doesn't make any sense for me. I don't know if there's anything else that Kanye can do that we're like, oh my God, we've seen what you can do. Fashion, music. Like what he did with the Sunday choir, oh my God, they're amazing. Yeah. The choir is just, oh my Lord, like they are fantastic. We've seen what you can do. Now go and rest, because it is not worth your sanity to keep giving to people where all they're doing is taking from you. That's all we got to say. So we love you, Kanye. Absolutely. And get better. Now, who else?
Stay in Wyoming. Exactly. Stay in Wyoming.
Yeah, right. Wyoming, Wisconsin.
Stay away from LA, because that place is mad, yo.
LA, baby.
Y'all saw what they did to Biggie.
It's either something in the LA waters or something in the Kardashian waters. Whatever it is.
Speaking of Kardashian water, I heard some juice. Speaking of Kardashian, when it came out that Kanye was a billionaire, which we now learned that Forbes loves to fudge things, but I heard that our little Canadian friend Drake has now put in his card because he wants to date Kim Kardashian. Wait! Sheba, come back! Sheba!
And hold on.
Sheba?
Can I say this? Can I say this? Let me say this. And people are going to laugh, but I'm going to say it. Kim, run.
Yeah, it's like the flip side now.
Run, sis.
Kim, you run. Usually we're like, black man, run.
No, but Kim,
but this time we're like, Kim, you run.
You run.
He apparently, ever since he found out that Kim has, is going through this divorce, he's been calling her nonstop. But mind you, this is all like celebrity gossip, right? Yeah. But this is what sources say. Yeah. I don't know. But they're saying that he's really trying hard to get with Kim. But a lot of people are like, didn't he also, try to get up with Kylie? I think like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And before Kylie, it was Chloe that he was also trying to date for a while too. The only 2 that are left for Drake to try and date is Courtney, the eldest, and Kendall, the supermodel.
He's probably waiting for North to turn 18.
At this point. Girl, oh Jesus, Drake.
Here's my thing about this whole Hollywood pool of people. Are there not any more people? Why are the same people constantly with the same people? Are there no more people?
I don't know. People. I don't know.
I mean, I thought Los Angeles was a really big
as our friend has said here, Lost Angeles.
Yes, Lost Angeles.
People want to lose themselves for real. Like, how? I can't imagine. And we've been there. Los Angeles is a huge city. I get the whole, once you get to a certain level of income, you have to be discerning in terms of who you date. I get all of that. Right. But there have to be other millionaires and billionaires that everybody else hasn't dug out that people. I'm sorry.
We went there.
How much
girl, let me tell you.
Is real talk. Is this show gonna be on is this gonna be on our radio region?
Oh yes, that's right. Yes, thank you, Ryan. Let's not forget J-Lo.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, this is all turning into juicy celebrity gossip now, isn't it? But as we all know about J-Lo and ARod.
Did you hear about this, Tashina?
Oh, hold on, Kirsty, you got something to say. Tell him, girl.
J-Lo and ARod.
Yes, J-Lo and ARod. So apparently, I think it was last week, the news had come out that they had broken up and that their wedding was not going to happen. Now, everyone thought, oh yeah, because there were rumors going on that
That
ARod was
having
an emotional affair and chatting it up with this young lady. So J-Lo called off the wedding and dumped him, apparently. Now this week, it's like, oh, that was never true. We're working on our relationship.
Come on now. All of a sudden,
like, what relationship do you need to work on if there were no problems?
All of that. But girl, I was there for the comments. The people that were leaving comments on every J-Lo post, guys, it was me, but it was also incredibly funny. One person was like, yo, J-Lo has more rings than LeBron James.
I'm done.
J-Lo has more rings
That's good.
than LeBron James.
That's good. That's a good one. Aren't
there, maybe this is my, are there women that are just so unlucky in love in Hollywood that they just need to stay out of the eye of media? Like, stay out. How dare stay out. Do your thing.
It's time to take care of you alone.
Do you?
Yes. Yeah. And you know what? I want to add to this too. And I think this doesn't just go for celebrities, but for anyone that's in a relationship. Wow. Sometimes you have to think about the health of your relationship.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, J-Lo has a tendency to really push her relationship even in front of her career. Like, rather than promoting a movie she's in, she's sharing photos of her.
She's very personal.
ARod, right.
Yeah.
Like, don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. We'll never forget the video where Ben Affleck was in the entire video kissing up her body. And it's like...
putting lotion on her body on the yacht.
You know what I mean?
She married Mark Anthony twice.
Right. She keeps on like putting these relationships out into the public. So therefore, when she has a problem, which everyone has problems.
Yeah, everyone does.
Everybody.
Exactly.
But she has made it so important that we no longer care about the real reason that she has a career.
Exactly.
Like,
we kind of forgot now that she's a dancer, a businesswoman,
we don't care,
a great actress.
Because ARod.
ARod is now in the picture. And she's pushed that so much into the front.
Right.
But
and
now,
yes, one of our watchers
Ryan
here, she can use Halle as an inspiration. Halle Berry had a boyfriend for a while.
Yeah.
And she was only showing photos of his hand, his foot, and everyone was like, who is this guy? Who's this guy?
She kept it under
the rug for a long time. And even now,
I think she's shown his picture now and again.
But it's very, she doesn't show, he's not a part of
her identity.
He's not a part of her brand. He's there, but he's not a part of her brand. When they break up, no one's really going to know.
That's her own
unless
personal
she comes out and says,
thing.
Hey, everybody, we broke up.
That's it.
So, exactly. Keep it quiet.
Why
are you pushing up your relationship on all of us?
We didn't ask, J-Lo. We didn't ask for you and ARod.
I'm going to talk about a couple before we ran out of time. And listen, gorgeous couple. I think these two people are absolutely beautiful. However, I question how long this will last. So Lorie Harvey and fine-ass Michael B. Jordan. Okay, the man, child, things are getting easier than it's fine. However, Lorie, baby girl, you're young and you're doing your thing, but wasn't she just with somebody like 4 months ago, also on social media?
Girl, she was dating P. Diddy. No, wait, she dated P. Diddy's son.
Right.
Then P. Diddy. Mm-hmm. Then she dated, I think, another P. Diddy person or someone in there. And then she dated Future. And then when everyone's in that Future when her were going fine, the next thing I know, I see her dating Michael B. Jordan. So I'm like, wait a minute, what? I can't, wait, did I miss a step?
I would like to know what and how. How.
Did I miss something?
How is she keeping track? I have a lot of questions about it.
I'm concerned.
Because how do you date a kid and then you start dating his dad, and
That's
then
like some Maury Povich.
and then you go on vacation with the entire
We're
family.
on vacation, the whole family.
And everybody's like, yeah, that's fine.
This is normal.
She's not dating the son anymore. Now
That's
she's dating
dating P. Diddy.
dad. And it's like, wait, what?
What?
Like, and then after and then
Future?
I'm sorry, but Future, listen, y'all need to run from Future.
Yes. But exactly, she's not ready. She's
No.
building followers.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do believe that.
She's trying to build a name for herself.
You know, it's one of these things where it's just like, listen, girl, you need to slow down. And yeah, I think Michael B. Jordan does need help because his value as a man, I'm actually shocked that he would want to date someone with this sort of
track record.
Yes.
She's famous for her dating, and she's
more famous for her dating,
her serial dating, rather than any sort of career or movement.
This is gonna be
something.
really dry, but
so it's
what
like,
does she do?
Why? She is Steve Harvey's daughter. That's all I know.
That's it. She's just Steve Harvey's daughter.
Like, he could do, and I hate to say this because I'm not judging, but he could do better. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, she needs to just calm down. I mean, I'm assuming she's in her 20s or whatever old she is. But it's like, girl, listen, okay, we want to date. Be you, do you, live your life, enjoy yourself. But it's like the same thing back to J-Lo again. We don't need to know. Keep that away from us.
But when you know that no one cares about you other than who you're dating. Which is her problem. She has nothing
else going for her.
Other than the fact that her father is Steve Harvey.
That's it.
And you can't Instagram about that every day.
No.
But you can't Instagram about your hot boyfriend.
But what happens, and then once again, when they break up, it's like another guy. And it's like, okay, this is just ridiculous.
Because I was shocked. I have to tell you. I remember I saw the picture of them that got revealed, and I was like, that's not Future.
Wait, what? Listen, even all the white people who thought all black people look the same were like, wait a minute, that's not the same black guy.
That's not Future. That's not P. Diddy. That's not P. Diddy's son. That's not that other guy before the two of them. So who is this?
Wait, that guy. I know him.
Isn't he the dude from Wakanda? The Creed guy. The dude from Wakanda.
You know that guy in Creed?
Girl.
God bless her little young soul. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Listen, girl, we think you are gorgeous. But at some point, you just keep your business under wraps. Not everything is Instagrammable. Not every relationship has to be on social media. Sometimes it is better just to keep it, show an arm, show an elbow, show a back. I don't care. But not everybody. Too much. It's too much, girl. Because when they make up, and if I see another man in 2021 with Lorie Harvey, I'm done. Like, I prayed for her, like Michael Jordan. I can't.
We will see Lorie Harvey with another man. We will. She's beautiful, but she also needs to be smart.
Yeah.
She's beautiful and smart.
She needs a bit of maturing.
Hide your business, child. What's wrong with you? Hide your business.
You know, when you know, you have to be aware, right? When you're aware that you fall in love quickly, or when you're aware, you know, that's your thing.
That's your like
nothing's
trait.
wrong with it.
No,
you just have to know how to respond to it. So you're like, you know what? Right now, things are great with this guy, but you know, we've only been together for a month or two. Let me make sure we're good before I start splashing him all over my social media like I have nothing else going on. You know, and that's all we're saying. We're not saying she shouldn't date. She should totally date. She should enjoy her life.
Enjoy your life, live. And dating is supposed to happen. You're supposed to date people to know if that's a great match. Right. But
not everybody is your Instagram. Not everybody's combining names and too much. Anyways, we do eventually have to wrap up, and we could go on and on and on and on and on because there is so much
out there.
So much Sista Talk. If you are listening to us on radio, if you are watching us live, and thank you to people who've been watching us live, please slide into our DMs. Let us know what you want to talk about. Also, let us know if you'd like to join us and be a guest on the show. We'd love to hear, other people's opinions other than us. You want to be part of this, as Telly likes to say, that not your typical girl talk crew.
Yes.
Slide into the DM like people are sliding into Lorie's panties. Anyways, and I'm done. We are going to do our takeaways for today. And Ryan, yes, please slide into our DMs, Ryan, if you'd like to be a guest, and let us know what you would like to discuss, and we will have you on.
Yeah. So my takeaway. We talked about so many things. And
it was Sista Talk, right?
So many different themes. But I guess my takeaway is I really want to stick to this relationship thing because I think it's important. Remember, what you project in your relationships is what is actually going on inside of you.
True.
Amen.
So, that's deep.
When you look at it like that, you will start to respond to relationships differently. And you're going to really work on relationships rather than, just be like, oh, there's always another. And just, really try your best to value the relationships you have and really work at them before you make decisions to, to go away or separate. Try to see what you can do to make it work because you value yourself.
I love that. That's deep.
Yeah.
I guess my takeaway is going back to the whole thing with Idiot, Stacey Dash, and Candace. It's basically, don't burn your bridges because you're going to have to cross it again. And there will be no bridge for you to cross because you burnt it. So...
And my takeaway is also from Candy. Candy, leave people's business alone and mind your own. Okay? That's it. You're so caught up with what Cardi's doing in her own home, you're neglecting your newborn child. Go take care of your newborn child and figure out your life and which side of which side you're gonna be on. Girl who breastfeed your pitney, we're done with you. You need a break. You need to go on a hiatus. Breastfeed your pitney, get him healthy and strong. And before we go, Telly got something to say to the people.
I do, y'all. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Radio Regent. Thank you so much for giving us this platform to express ourselves, to talk with our girls, and just talk with everyone, actually, and just being ourselves in a safe space. Huge shout out to iHeartRadio to go to syndicate this lovely program we're doing. And once again, do follow us on all our social medias right here on our Instagram at Not Your Typical Girl Talk. Follow us on any social media. Find us under that name at Not Your Typical Girl Talk. And as Toshiba was saying, slide into our DMs. Let us know what you think of our show. If you want to be a guest, if you have any topic ideas. We're nice people. I mean, I know we all look, we are fierce as hell. We are fierce. But we also, we listen to people's opinions. We're not totally, we like help. We accept help here and there. And any ideas, we never turn them away. So do, give us some pointers. We'd love to hear from you. Till next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have the best week ever.
Take care, guys. We don't have our theme song, so I'll just do it myself. I rule the world. I do love my song. You do Lorie Harvey.
Baby.
We have no theme song.
Imagine that.
Oh.
That's my Nas voice, yeah.
Wow. That was
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.